Hi guys, welcome back to another video. On today's scenario, we begin a scenario where France, I'm not allowed to say the name, otherwise I'll vomit, forms an empire. So without further ado, let's get straight into the scenarios. First off, we'll be seeing that they declare war on the southern Benelux region. Their troops will move in from the south, and they'll quickly wipe out most of Luxembourg. Their troops, just like these two countries, can't just become one for this war, but because they're kind of getting collapsed. Luxembourg gets killed off, and the troops do a sweeping movement up through here, and more troops move up. Brussels about here, so that they're almost dead. When Croatia has almost been captured, and eventually the whole country falls. In a peace treaty, France will be fully annexing the southern Benelux region, and we can move on to the next thing. Next up, we'll be seeing that they declare war on Tunisia. French troops will make a landing in the north, and they will move down and encircle the majority of the Tunisian army. And once that's killed, they start sweeping down and capturing the whole part of the east. Eventually the whole nation surrenders, and in peace treaty they'll fully annexing it into their French North African colony. Next up, we'll be seeing that France will be declaring war on Andorra. French troops will occupy Andorra, and in a peace treaty Andorra will be fully annexed. Next up, France will be declaring war on Monaco. Same thing, they get collapsed, and in a peace treaty they get fully annexed. After this, France will be declaring war on Germany. Netherlands and Poland will be joining in. So, straight up, we'll be seeing that most troops move in as Germany is taking them by surprise. But the Germans do manage to make pushbacks here and here, but the Poles do start moving around the coast, and the Dutch do pretty well. The French do brilliant for as they start moving in, and the Germans can't resist, and they start losing lots of important land here in the Rhineland. Anyways, Germany starts pushing further into the Dutch and Polish land, but they do get kicked out majority of here, as these two guys start working as one united front line to move into Germany. The Dutch almost kick out the Germans from there. At this point, Germany's just collapsing the whole front line. They're collapsing. And yeah, the French allies managed to occupy the north. The occupation looks like this between these two. And the French managed to occupy all of the south, which is why in a peace treaty we'll be seeing that the French will get all the southern land. They'll be annexing all of this and puppeting the Bavaria. The Poles will be taking all of this land here. The Danish will actually be gaining this land here, don't ask, and the Dutch will be gaining a big chunk of land around here. Next up, we'll be seeing that they declare war on Austria. This goes really well as troops for the Bavarian puppet start to move in, and they start moving further in, but the Austrian resistance does occur. Eventually, Austria gets kind of pushed back to this region and fully occupied. In a peace treaty, we'll be seeing that France will be annexing this region here, and Bavaria will be taking away this region here, making Austria being pushed back to their further out regions, as you can see here. Anyways, next up, we'll be seeing that France will be declaring war on Switzerland. So, troops move in from all sides as it's completely surrounded. Yeah, Switzerland stands no chance. Anyways, in a peace treaty, Switzerland's fully annexed into this massive low-taper French Empire. And next up, we see that they declare war on Italy. So, French troops start to move in. Sicily gets occupied. Sardinia has been taken, and the whole of northern Italy is under occupation. The Italians need to fight three fronts, or two main fronts and another one here, so this is not going very well for them, almost straight off the bat. Sicily and Sardinia almost instantly taken, and these guys start beelining down towards Rome here. Venice also gets captured, and the Tunis region starts pushing in. Anyways, we'll see that Italy's basically getting collapsed here, and they'll be fully occupying the nation of Italy. Next, so in a peace treaty, we see that France will annex this Sardinia here, and also the southern portion of Italy. They'll also be taking this huge chunk out of the north here. Venice region will be going over to the Austrian puppet, and the rest of it's going over to them. So yeah, France has formed a pretty big empire in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you on the next one.